Greetings, fellow cooks. Marcelino Bernie from Dr. Flavor, and I want to welcome you to an episode. We're actually cooking today something that I really enjoy. It comes from where I grew up in Cuba, in Santiago, and that is a Bistec sub, or Pan con Bistec. And this particular sandwich, or sub, was prepared by street vendors. And they came around in carts around the streets and they prepared it, and it was absolutely fantastic. And my mother's made it, I've made it before, and it's absolutely delicious, and you'll see it right now on Dr. Flavor. Okay, simple ingredients. We're going to use a thin cut beef, Milanesa beef, which is beef top round, cut thin. And the important thing that you want to look at is the marbling. When you see the marbling in the beef, that is going to be easy to tear, to cut, and it's going to be very enjoyable. So I use this. In addition to that, we're going to, as a marinade, we're going to make lime. We're going to put in complete seasoning by Badia's, black pepper. This is not the original recipe, but I like a little bit of cayenne, and my wife likes a little bit of cayenne. And of course, a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. And at the end, we're going to cook the onions with a little bit of Mojo Criollo. And this is just a wonderful marinade. In addition to that, when we construct the sandwich, we're going to use shoestring potatoes on top of the sandwich. And I'm sorry, but in this place you can't find good Cuban bread, so I'm using baguettes, and I'm going to cut them smaller. Obviously, we're not going to waste anything, so the ends of the bread that we're going to not use, we're going to save it, and I'm going to make some breadcrumbs. Okay, let's start mixing things up. We're going to use one hand contaminated for mixing, and we're going to use one hand clean. All right. So, just separating the steaks here. All right. And we're just going to make 2 sandwiches right now, which means that we're not going to use all this beef. So, let's put on the black pepper. All right, lots of black pepper. We're going to use a little bit of cayenne, not too much cayenne. I don't mind, but some people do. And lots of sazon completo. Absolutely. And what we're going to do is we're going to actually squeeze limes in here. So just put in all the limes. Now we're going to put in some olive oil. You bet. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and start mixing everything up. Now, one of the things that I want you to understand is that I'm trying to keep the recipe as original as possible. That is my mother's recipe. Except for the sazon completo. I basically like that stuff, and it saves, you don't have to put garlic and all these other things because it's all in there. So that is very tasty. The other thing is that I found subsequently, my mother did this with lime juice, and I thought it was just for flavor and flavor alone. But the one thing I found out is that my mother, whatever meat she didn't use, she would put in the refrigerator, and it would last over a week because it kept it fresh and it kept it from going bad. Obviously in a sealed container. But so that's what she did, and I thought it was just all about just the flavor, but it was also a preservative, and it also tenderizes the meat. So, but the meat that we're going to make today, it's not going to go in the refrigerator. Obviously, we're going to put it on the flat top. All right, so this looks pretty well done at this point. So I got my Blackstone on. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of oil in here. And I'm going to drop down some of the meat. Remember, clean hand, dirty hand. Yummy, yummy. All right. Now I'm going to put this meat away. Took off the glove. So now we're going to start working this up. All right. I'll tell you, a flat top is a great thing to have. You can actually do it on a skillet if you want, you know, a frying pan, whatever. But this just is fantastic, and you're going to see what I'm talking about. As you see, it's cooking very nicely, and it doesn't take long to actually cook up the meat. Not at all. So we're just going to leave it there a little bit, lose some of the juices and the water anyway. I want it to caramelize a little bit. Okay, so you see this is looking very nice, so I'm going to go ahead and turn this burner on low. Move the meat over here. Now over here I am going to go ahead and put in the onions. So let's put in some of the onions in here. Okay. So with this, what we're going to do is put a little bit more oil on top of this. And this is going to be the perfect opportunity to actually put in a little bit of the Goya and Mojo Criollo. Shake it up real well. Yum, yum. Okay. Remember, we have this one burner going. The burner over here on the other side is on low. So I'm going to use that. And you know, I love to put on a little bit of complete seasoning, sazón completo. Can't beat that stuff. All right. So steaks are looking nice. Nice Maillard effect that you can see. All right. So we're going to work on a little caramelizing of the onions. All right. And I'm just going to keep working on it. So you see, I put a little bit more olive oil in there, and I put a little bit of Mojo, Criollo. And as you see, now that I removed the beef steak, I'm going to go ahead and use both burners at medium. Absolutely fantastic. It won't be long. Okay, so now we're going to pick up the onions. Going to put it on the side here on my skillet. And I'm sure that you're wondering why I have a skillet here. Well, it doesn't make much sense to actually have a skillet just simply to hold the meat. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I got some butter in here. Okay, so let's go ahead and construct a sandwich. Remember, I'm not handling any raw meat. This is all cooked. So I don't want anybody freaking out about the fact that I'm touching this stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting on some of the onions. On top of the sandwich. Now, Americans call this a sub, which is what I choose to call it right now. Cubans call this a sandwich. Big appetites. Big appetites. So let's go ahead and pop this guy open. And we're going to put some of these potato sticks on top. All right. Now, remember that that butter that I put on the flat top? Well, guess what? We're going to take this sandwich and we're going to put it on top. So everything is starting to come together, right? So, why the skillet? Why did I get the skillet? Boom, baby. All right, we're gonna cook it like that a little bit on the butter, and I'm gonna get more butter on top of that, and flip it over, and just basically, it works like a panini press. So, you know, it's a little bit of ingenuity. What can I say? So, flipped it over. Put the weight on it again, and we're going to cook it for a few more minutes. So let's go ahead and turn everything off. Wow, that looks awesome. So let's go ahead and take these sandwiches. All right. Okay, folks, this is it. This, the Bistec Cubano. Bistec Cubano. And actually, Pan con Bistec Cubano. It's absolutely fantastic. So like I said, it's bread with a steak. In the United States, it would be a sub, but that's bread. So let me taste this and see if it's worthy. Takes me down memory lane. Fantastic. So, easy thing to actually cook up at home. I encourage you to try it. It's going to be great. You know, please share this show and the channel with people that you know, your friends, and hit like. You can comment, and I'll try to answer. And don't forget to come back. This is Marcelino, your Dr. Flavor, signing off.